In the aftermath of a nuclear war, chaos reigns supreme. The world as we know it has been shattered, leaving behind a grim landscape of devastation and despair. Imagine waking up to a world where nothing is as it once was, where food and water are scarce, and the air is thick with radiation. This is the reality faced by survivors as they navigate the harsh aftermath of nuclear conflict. But amidst the chaos, there are glimmers of hope, stories of resilience, solidarity, and the unbreakable human spirit. Join us as we journey into this post-apocalyptic world, exploring the challenges, the struggles, and the flickers of hope illuminating the darkness. The aftermath of a nuclear war is catastrophic. In mere moments, entire cities are reduced to rubble, leaving behind landscapes of devastation and despair. The scale of destruction is unimaginable, with communities torn apart and lives shattered. The toll on human life and infrastructure is immense, reshaping the world as we know it into a bleak and desolate wasteland. The aftermath of a nuclear explosion unleashes a terrifying cascade of events. As the mushroom cloud rises ominously into the sky, it heralds the onset of a deadly firestorm. These raging infernos engulf everything in their path, incinerating entire landscapes and cities. But the true horror lies in the formation of pyrocumulonimbus clouds, ominous masses of smoke and ash that ascend into the atmosphere, casting a shadow of darkness and despair over the world below. Continuing from the fiery aftermath of nuclear explosions, the impact on our climate is severe. The release of soot and ash forms a thick blanket in the sky, blocking sunlight and causing temperatures to drop dramatically. This leads to a phenomenon called nuclear winter. It's like a prolonged winter with darkness and extreme cold everywhere. This disrupts how plants grow, leading to food shortages and famine. In short, nuclear war doesn't just destroy cities, it threatens the survival of humanity by wrecking our environment and food sources. The onset of nuclear winter brings about a dire consequence. Hunger becomes a pervasive reality. With dwindling sunlight and freezing temperatures, crops fail to grow, leading to widespread food shortages. As the availability of food diminishes, communities are plunged into famine, with millions facing starvation. This grim reality exacerbates social unrest and suffering, posing a significant threat to the survival of affected populations in the aftermath of nuclear war. The aftermath of nuclear war shatters our food systems, leaving them fragile and unreliable. Eating enough becomes a daily struggle when farms are destroyed and supply chains disrupted. Empty shelves and long lines become grim as hunger grips communities worldwide. The fragility of our food production exposes the vulnerability of our society, underscoring the urgent need for resilience and preparedness in the face of such catastrophic events. Now, let's explore the scary possibilities of nuclear conflicts. Tensions between countries like India and Pakistan could escalate quickly, leading to disaster. But it doesn't stop there. There's also the terrifying idea of a global war involving big countries like the United States, Russia, or China. With so many nuclear weapons involved, the damage could be unimaginable. It's a stark reminder of why we must work together to keep the peace and avoid such catastrophic scenarios. Even a small-scale exchange of nuclear weapons could lead to the loss of millions of lives, devastating communities, and shattering families. However, the prospect of a full-scale global war is even more chilling, with the potential to bring about the collapse of civilization itself. In the aftermath of nuclear conflict, the devastation would extend far beyond the immediate loss of life. Entire cities would be reduced to rubble, infrastructure would be crippled, and the environment would be irreparably damaged by radiation. The fabric of society would unravel as communities struggle to cope with the unimaginable horror they have endured. Furthermore, the long-term effects of nuclear war would be felt for generations to come. The survivors would grapple with the physical and psychological scars of the trauma they have experienced. At the same time, the broader impact on global stability and geopolitics would reshape the world in ways we can scarcely imagine. As we end our exploration into the grim realities of nuclear conflict, one thing is abundantly clear: the stakes could not be higher. The specter of nuclear war casts a long shadow over our world, threatening the very foundations of civilization and the future of humanity itself. But amidst the darkness, there is hope. By confronting the sobering truths of nuclear conflict and working together to promote peace, we can build a safer and more secure world for future generations. It is up to every one of us to strive for a future where the horrors of nuclear war remain nothing more than a distant nightmare. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and may we all remain vigilant in our pursuit of a world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation.